Abusia akroma TV GH sunie yaw amwa mensa ene medi enche bia na odunyamfo Felix Apia ono de enim se eye Dr. Bawumia ne ba pesi ba kompa no ate se odi ni kantuma ewo amanone na wodi video bi ebeto Ghana monte so na o expose eye Mahama lending rate we and we are for King TV. Omo akwakofa the video no analyze say onu mom no de oye wrong na ne statistics na economics no emfa kom na Felix Apia se hwe mudi mi se me papa ne eye Dr. Bawumia economics no ye fie na esi wakwakofa mu video no analyze atro mo say na we are for King for omo akwakofa policy rate Abusia wa expose wo pa wa expose wo papa abusia me ma me kasa wan ye nkwa na ye kwhwe the video no ene nchechire mu analysis papa wodi egu ho ampa BawumiaBa no ampa
we be sasa dey na makofa we me da wa na me anti bi e de we send me o send me na dey na e dey na ekoso omosi we kodi di Canada Agyapong atem na dey na omo ye wo sa na me sia me patro video no wo ho betumi akohwe. Now, me shena na me who says, "Anna, this guy didn't even have his knowledge right." We are for Ken TV for Mesremo. I believe say mo won krofo a omunim ade eteniama se etumi explain niama. San krofo we no mo tutubidi tusubidi type of economics yo mo ye no. Please, Mesremo. But don't ever try that. Raphael Kia, sorry, but you are insulting Honorable Ken. Well, okay, if I'm insulting Honorable Ken, so what? Hasn't Honorable Ken been insulted by other people? Have you gone to attack them? Please leave me and let me do my show. Hypocrites. Anyways, Oba, you know, first, Obeka said, me say, Mahama lending rate was higher than we intend. Me boa na ono Obeje sebe loan. Mahama time or the 11,000 or 10,000 or the 28%. And I'm a trainer say until they are all cannot asset because my argument ya me you know I deal we and I'm a day now ubia wo me page so I win him Felix Apia beyond him said this is what I did. Maybe can say during John Dramani Mahama time me patrol muntie ni ye asem me be kan ye during John Dramani Mahama time no eye ade a ye friend no lending rate che say wo Ghana ni wo ko bank say wo ko bobosia de akoye business ya ensi hu a ye de ma wo no ba bia eda na me de be ye den me de be tu dwa me patcho man talking about policy rate because policy rate the banks interbanks bank bad time no any banks ya ewo omanimu no and they use those type of rates and but say ban say ankura ho beto no obeko bank no wetumi akonye sika sebe nsi hu no wo form no de abeye adwuma ne de eno de minim ne say your friend no lending rate na say no na mekofa John Mahama de a oja ho because omo make impression ne say John Mahama eja sebe some nice yibi edemayen eno nti obi a wo hwe me biara. This is what I have based my argument on. One tip the American yena say Patrowa Baso as your page no nenko. Na montage we are for Ken TV for say omon te the American asia. Utie say womon te the American asia. Womon pe wo bia onima chire what economics ya say what indicators ya say what how our things work. Na onfa fact ni be because omon te the omo kano ase. Me patrol say Okobo say what is the lending rate in Ghana? And I say what was the lending rate in Ghana in 2016 year? Yebeka Chiro say 42.84%. The children say send them meko bank na se meko akoji sika ana meko bank na se meko akoji bosia mesrel yan jemeno the highest ametua no 42.84%. Afeti ha obia wo nim say ye wo interbank rate. Say wo say we economists ya ye wo interbank rate. Entubo say bank ni bi wo ho a ni savings and as ni interest high, bank ni bi wo hɔ a ni interest on loans low, bank ni bi wo hɔ a ni interest on loans high. It is depending on what the client need to decide say bank ben na wo dey call. But across board no, averagely no, wo kabo mu a the highest ya wo benya no 42.84%. Enti se na wo koje 1000 Ghana anka mahama pen so a ye de ahen ye de 42 Ghana 84 pesos ene beka ho ama na watua asem a meka ye nie ena meka say bank lending rate in Ghana average 29.59% from 2005 until 2018, reaching an all-time high. Reaching an all-time high, see the unprecedented of 42.84% in July of 2016, and a record low of 21.24% in March of 2008. President Kufuor Apenso. Enti me argument ya me make here we are for Ken mo media following tiase no me say Samuka se vice president efeli na so vice president sebe figure si anase ne terminal report ye papa chen mahama na the vice president on feli ye masemu ameka ni minua asemu ameka ya ne say more can for ne say vice president ye feli and I make sure mo say vice president ain't fairly because I would the Akodako school the terminal report wa wadi befie and the chere say akodai wa born homodin and as one born homodin na say no say ye kofre obi as one beje say ye fa NDC ni MPP a record ben ye de bekwa me pacho yan kofa alanchremanten kwa record emfa ma yan konkofa Bawumia kwa record emfa ma yan konkofa akompre konkwa record enfamba. They judge all of us as a party. Enti ye o party's performance and ye de kind. And na me say mesremo sa 42% na okobobo sia na da ho 2016 no. E do so chain ended ye bad than 30%. Na me pa cho mama me nkyere made. Obegina ho first and foremost when in kan 34 no 1% obua. Obegina ho be ka say 20 then or say 28%. The banking rate no was 28%. Now say Bank of Ghana rate 29%. That is what he said. In so video we mu or see on mo ne can say maybe expose you know na show me or see on mo ne can say exchange rate no was then 34% now. You didn't even go to 34%. You were 20. Then I'm sure said you are talking about policy rate of Bank of Ghana. That is different from lending rates. And the lending rate, the highest you get is around that time. You might get 31, 32 based on which bank you are dealing with. Now, Yan Shadie, another Sadana me, they are me finding this information and me yes our program no to say MP before you in failure, you know. Or say, what is Bank of Ghana interest rates? Interest rate in Ghana remained unchanged at 28% in February of this year. The maximum level was 27% and minimum was 12%. Data published monthly by the central bank. As at the time when yes our research no. Okay. Now how do you call it? Now way exchange rate na say interest rate no ehonomo and aneda and obi kra be correct me say oh there be now recently they have lifted it to 30%. Sometime ni na ye wo platform so I was using the 28 figure and one of the listeners nearby no because oh there be Bank of Ghana for about lifted policy rate to say one to 30% like basis. Yeah, sure. And I gave this as my information. Bank of Ghana unexpectedly raises rates in July. At its meeting in July 2021, the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana increases monetary policy rate by 50 basis point to 30%. The move surprised markets on the upside, as it has been expected that it would once again stay put after holding in May. The decision was driven by a recent increase in both headline and core inflation, as well as higher as well as higher inflation expectations, despite the elimination of the budget monetary financing. Meanwhile, after a 20% depreciation in July, the bank noted that the cedi had remained stable in February to June amid the current account surplus and an increase in external reserve improved domestic macroeconomic stability following an agreement over the USD 600 million in financial support. Okay, so I base my fact on this. Abrantie say meme ba ye na mama fact. Me pa cho say what time you? One time you. Obia we follow me be and him say I deal with only fact and figures. Okay? But okachire me say me I didn't provide no fact and figures. Without wasting time, no, I will want us to play this a bit. Yenti you know.
Political zone, and then the fans, and then the research team, research, a man of information about Ghana's lending rates, 2 questions per. But Felix Apia, when you do, Mose Ghana, your lending rate is 30%. We are for careful, you say, and you're not correct. Now, 34% and above.
We are for Ken for 34 and above. Me pacho monshade. Me di ono an no mu ase o se ono mu de me no mu ase mo be expose me ba me sere mo monto mo bo ase. Me be bo video a me ye ya wanti ase a okofefa policy rate ni ade de frafra ya enne masen ahwe na ahwe fo mo a nanim fere ade nanim wu ade na wasan be expose no ho wa ha. Obe TV say na
what we call information literacy. Outside of that personal, so we are subscribing to Agyapong TV. Channel ya wufi ya mesel. Subscribe to see ya. So we need to subscribe bana. For phone mode, na one subscribe mount. Friend, this on YouTube. On that we Agyapong TV. Obi on subscribe. Na we are link. Na your man kana. And we are seeing that you say. You are actually the Agyapong with Japan and then the man. That you happy. Now, Felix Apia in the key comparison said, Vice President Bawumia into Union. Now, only two very emphatic said, you know what in the contract with Agyapong, and Honorable Animguase3 chairman campaign said Vice President Fili, now Vice President Fili. In July, he was making a comparison, said, comparing the policy rates and then the lending rates, and you were Dr. Mahama.
Bear in mind, okay, Mate, I'll mute the mic. Bear in mind, say, me expose and answer me show am I in nano, men can policy rates. No. Eric, let me do this because after this, no, me share down and then me buy say last. Because that's all my share down now. All my share down, omon pull be papa no me mekasa. Enye we no more ha. Omon tell you omo can say. Again, I never talked about any policy rate. I was talking about say, ankre your lending rate ya your core bank ya deji ye. Eno ho asem en America. Eno ho asem en America. That is all I said. That is all I said. And I may say more can any alarm for say Dr. Bawumia failure. On what basis na we failing? Your figures nene betchere. And I made the media say under John Dramani Mahama you just see what the no. Now you 42.84% in Sihon. Se okwaje bosia in Sihon ane wutua no. Meme argument no na asem a meme kan no. And a way back the first video ya me boy no or say ente saa na ono Mahama time okwaji bi. Or say Mahama time okojibi na enye high sa ena me di figures na kire ye afei me ba ya me san bebo ne bio no na wakoye new video say me mom ena mabon me ne machi taafo ena ya bon na me srewo se obi ekobobosia na ye bebo ho 400 Ghana and I say 40 Ghana. Na obi kobobo siane ye beje 30 Ghana and 31 Ghana me pacho mo mienu no ho na afeli Mr. Kofi inside war administration no se mebobo sia insihu a yedi ma me 40 Ghana mem administration no okobobo sia insihu a yedi ma 30 Ghana wo se wo de no mo a wo no nkofo no betua 40 Ghana insihu no papa chen meme de 30 Ghana insihu no anu vice president afeli wona wabon na wonte economics as into worker say bia muntie no
current policy rate na okoso ka say and the new John Mahama no na ukọ bank na ukọ akwaje besia nsihu no na 32%. Abusianfo saa ensem wi a Felix Apia kan ye no oboa oye trofo. So say yewura Mahama efra konwa so no na ukọ bank ukọ akwaje besia na ewo soro de but na entesa na 28%. Felix Apia political zone where you throw for me.
Or say then na 28% meboa. Edieni say na 28%. Sankrofo sometimes. Me patro edieni. Ebio onte ase me be kire ni mu. Onte ase nti me be kire ni mu. Me patro the highest 42 because your far average over a period. Into say ohwa or say banking rate in Ghana average 29 to 59%. Now on my years no from 2005 until 2018. Into from 2005 to 2018, averagely, no, utie na offer na 29.59. And a reaching an all-time high averagely of 42.84% in July of 2016. And no in 2016 no now we call bank be a number one ono na sem o kan no one fan the time or the G date or the G year or the G the kan say Mahama time or GB mesume more specific date say in July of 2016 na lending rate here Ghana it went as high as 42.84%. Me we na me di we kire nti now no he is lying say me say 32%. I have never showed no 32% on my platform. I have always said say say vice president here fairly there. How come say the figures in terms of the same thing compared to Mahamano are lower than the Mahamenya? That was my argument. Muntie ne kakra.
Yes. Ayedada. Enra me ti say all kan pena. Mi koko yama. Aduma o fele sa pe wo ma ya no.
Bear in mind say one fa figure bi ankyere. One fa date ankyere. The okan ya ne say ni paper ni we kotu ni paper and or the aba and or the beda Ghana for me men kotu paper me de kire no bi read bi no so kogba a we hu the same information na me de ma ye no e wo ho afetie no
28%. And 28%. Any when your policy rate, where your lending rate, there is a difference.
I feel there's someone all starting odi my term say my born because now me talking about policy rate near the other. I feel the only one and no who say baby I will do na yet so there's a difference between policy rate and lending rate. What I'm talking about is lending rate here anchor because you nipa na be bank ya ko jebosia eno na ebe ma nipa na asetena mu aye mmerama no asemu a me gina so edekasa aye no wo a wentie ne ye wankoye wa analysis ye we be gina ho ebe be dia tem wo bra wunkura fag 28% for year na wo je sa 28% na fabra for date ya wo je sa 28% na fabra consent guy yanko bio
policy rates and then the lending rate. Felix appear no brana or Casano. We name the differences between policy rates and lending rate because of say wapong. Felix appear political zone me say wapong. So Oka say Mahmoud BawumiaBa na interest rates on loans more than 32%. Yeah, me GD. Me 11,000 under Mahama. It was 28%. Me GD. Me paper nie. Wait, in here. Fast forward. Ma Okoswaka say currently policy rates are 30%. But Felix Apia Mamen correct you. Policy rate as I'm speaking are 29.5%.
We in the first video you. The first video you near. Or see and yet 30%. Na ye 29%. Me buy ye made the 2022 the actual me boy. And a natural baby aneda. And a science so actual currently baby a yeda. Only pana or can say at that 29% no and then the muntie the okay. Muntie in new video.
For figures, challenging 30%. We are for you say a year of credit. Now a 34% and above.
I need both videos side by side. But I for both videos. Oh, I the videos need number. In this video, or say a 29, and even he was talking about policy rating. Meboa. In this video, or say 29% policy rating. I ask more kind. Yet, and the video the buyer no, or say that.
Ghana, your lending rate is 30%. We are for you say a year of credit. Now, a 34% and above. It's a say lending rate, and yet
lending rate lending rate and your fixed inti and I made this figures which ya 1 tias here no utie hey ofi frank you say wan wabon na jai say Animguase na moye na de amoye no etekel me kura ma me pese ya me begina na me fire momo mutie. These figures I showed and I showed you interbanks in 2022 was when I did this a year me answer na mobile lending rate na de me eno na me de attack NDCO nti enese mo MPP for na mo begina ho say mo ankasa mo government ye faili nti sanya mo de ayenko position a ye ni na yetimu bi me pa cho say me can averagely ye fa interbanks ni na ye kan ni na bomu averagely no say ni say en yenya. Now banking lending rates assets meba, let me show you this too so that people will know this. What I say 28% in February of 2023. Okay, now say the maximum was 27% and minimum is 12.5%. The actually say Obeko Bank bia when interest rates no higher than other banks. I've not for a long time. Obeko Bank bino interest rates are not the same because Eco Bank for and Absa Bank interest rate is not the same as Fidelity Bank. Fidelity Bank rate is not the same as ADB. And no me the information which we na want to ask you say I will play it to you again. Say me say ade na 30% there. Aden America say me say okoha 23% and 1% because interest rate varies based on the bank that you are dealing in. Utie. Enti say what Amla Bernard, can you imagine I gave this information say me ba me fa figures mbra. Do you know who you talking to? Anyways, Absa Bank Limited lending rate 23.59%. This was in 2022, by the way. That might have changed, but and then no, yeah, ma my own charge more than near many na ye equal. See, I can say 30% ya. Ubit me a charge ya manesi 30%. Untume more so. But Ghana didn't say anything is possible because private banks are all over. No one and pay money to get I'm like through. Access Bank Limited 17.7%. Agricultural Development Bank 24.89%. Bank of Africa Ghana Limited 17.19%. Carl Bank PLC 15.97%. Consolidated Bank 21.62%. Are you guys following the information I gave? Because M said the American, Eco Bank Limited 18.41%, FBN Bank 22.25%, Fidelity Bank 20.64%. Which say, Oko Fidelity Bank say Oko Pelona in Siwa Debe Mauno then 20.64. Oko Eco Bank say Oko Gilona in Siwa Debe Mauno 18.41%. Enti sa de na medichire muno. And chairman, one tias here, Mr. Frank, you say one tias here, and a waba and a obekan with the mesrel. We are for Ken TV4. Mesrel. Ankre, yan charging a policy rate. Bank and the banks and they deal with policy rating. The most set away policy rates now. Na banks no so dia ye adwuma e wa ase ho ama ankura no intimesrew memma megina ha emma megu ho anim asebio ene no last day memma yes ade we bio minim se ye de video we bebrew ba me pa chow me megu ho anim ase